Always use document.
Hi, it's Dr. Robinson, and today I'm going over how to actually get JAWS or NVDA screen readers set up with MathCAT in order to have your math come out absolutely beautiful. The first thing is always make sure you're using the latest updates of JAWS or NVDA. And the next is always update and set up your computer to work the most efficiently with your screen reader. And I will tell you, you can actually go to yourtechvision.com. I've actually set that whole thing up. It takes about an hour. If you're really efficient with your keyboard commands, I've taken up to 4 hours because I've actually had to overhaul computers with students who have been using them for a while and were wondering why it wasn't working well. If you set it up to work really efficiently with your screen reader, you're going to have a lot more success with all the commands. Now I'm starting out with NVDA, and I'm going to show you how to get that set up, and then I'm going to turn it off and go to JAWS, and then we're going to go ahead and hit the math. I'm going to do insert N. I am using the caps lock as my modifier key. So when I say insert for whether it's NVDA or JAWS, it will be my caps lock. So I'm going to go ahead and caps lock N or insert N.
NVDA menu.
Okay, first thing I'm going to do is down arrow to Tools.
Preference, Tools sub-menu, View log L.
Now, if you're visual, you can see that I have a Braille viewer open. We teach remotely all over the world, and it's much easier to have the Braille viewer open than it is to say, hey, can you point your camera down on your Braille display? Even though we're really handy reading Braille upside down, this just makes life a whole lot easier.
Speech, Braille viewer checked B.
Yep. So check that, and then of course it makes it really easy. Even if you're in person, then you don't have to ask the student to move their fingers or anything. You can actually see the Braille on the Braille display to make sure they're Brailling correctly. Okay, let's go ahead and go down.
Add-on store.
And this is where you're going to go ahead and get MathCAT. You're going to hit enter.
Add-on store, installed add-ons.
And I'm just going to hush them up because visually you can already see that I have MathCAT. And if I would have allowed it to talk, you would have heard that also. You're going to just Alt-S to your search, type in MathCAT. You're going to tab across, and you're just going to add that in. That easy. Let's go ahead and do that.
Search, edit Alt.
Now, it's not going to allow me because I already have it. So I'm going to go ahead and just tab.
Installed add-on. Description. Edit read-only multi-line MathCAT is a replacement for Math Player which has...
Yeah, and then I'll let you go ahead and listen to the rest of what it says. And then you're going to tab. Now you're going to tab to actions. And of course, you're going to add that and then restart NVDA. I'm going to Alt F4.
Document 2.
I'm going to insert N so you can actually, make
NVDA
sure
menu.
it really did add.
Preferences sub-settings.
And
S.
Barrel.
MathCAT settings.
And there they are.
M.
So you can go into MathCAT settings and set it up exactly how you want it also. So it's kind of switched. So you go to Tools to add it, and then you go to Preferences in order to see where your MathCAT settings are. So that's how easy that is.
Preference. Document 2.
I'm going to turn off NVDA now.
Exit NVDA
Insert
dialog.
U and enter. Okay, so I have my JAWS pinned to my taskbar. If you're not sure where your taskbar is, it's at the very, very bottom of your screen. I'm going to take my mouse and roll it across here. I'm also going to tell you, make sure it is left aligned, and you will hear that in the settings that I set you, because that's going to give you all sorts of issues if it's in the center. And you don't even realize how many issues you have until you get it set up to work, your computer set up to work efficiently. Okay, so my JAWS is in the first slot. As you pin it, I call this $1 million real estate. So Windows 1 instantaneously opens my JAWS. Firefox is in the slot 2, Windows 2, and so on. So I'm going to go ahead and Windows 1 and open my JAWS.
JAWS. Document 2 words.
Now,
Edit.
visually, you're going to immediately see that I have my Braille viewer at the top. I've done the exact same thing. Once again, you want your Braille viewer open so you can see what you need to do. So let's go ahead and go into JAWS now. I'm going to Windows 1, which actually is like an applications key on your JAWS. That's exactly like it is with NVDA also, except we have hotkeys because it's just so nice to use a hotkey. So I'm going to Windows 1.
Windows 1, taskbar, JAWS context menu, option sub-menu to move
and I'm going to right arrow.
B.
And always go down to Early Adopter Program.
Voices, Braille, Early Adopter Program, Enter, leaving menus, taskbar, Early Adopter Program, Read Only Edit. And
it's going to tell you to enable or disable features. I'm going to tab so you can hear.
MathCAT checkbox checked.
Check that, because you always want to use the latest version. Just realize, and I'm going to tell you, if you're not adventuresome, don't do the early adopter programs because you are a beta tester. You're going to find out all the issues and whatnot. Always wait a few months, and then of course it's really not beta anymore. It works pretty flawlessly, which is really nice. So spacebar to check that and tab to OK. I'm going to hit escape.
Escape taskbar.
Let me show you how to enable your Braille viewer on JAWS. Windows 1 again.
Windows 1. JAWS context utilities.
Down to
submenu.
utilities, right arrow.
JAWS tandem submenu.
Up arrow once.
Braille and text viewer submenu.
So you're going to hit enter on that, and you also can actually go into your JAWS settings and change the way it looks. If you see mine, of course, I have a yellow background, and my screen is muted also. I don't like that really bright white. I'm very light sensitive, as a lot of our students are. So that's how you enable your Braille viewer.
Escape, leaving menus, task.
Now I'm going to go ahead and get to my Word.
Document 2 Word. To
Beautiful.
move to an item.
And now we're going to go ahead and get this set up, and NVDA and JAWS are identical in this, or pretty much so. So if you're using JAWS, you're going to go ahead and insert 6. Once again, my modifier key is caps lock, so insert 6.
Word JAWS settings center.
Make sure you set your default Control-Shift-D.
JAWS settings center default all application.
Okay, you're going to type in Braille space and M. You're going to go into your Braille mode options, but you don't have to type the whole second word. You do the first, don't use contractions.
D. S. JAWS settings. S. Indicate I. L. M.
Okay. I have a delay because, of course, I'm recording, so I've got to slow down my keystrokes. I'm going to down arrow to Braille mode.
22 Braille mode structured. General Braille.
I'm going to hit F6, and I'm going to take you through how to make sure your language and your output and your input are set up correctly, because if they are not, then of course it doesn't do any good in order to go into your language profiles and set up MathCAT. So let's go ahead and F6.
General page, Braille mode combo box, structured.
Right there, I'm going to tell you it does need to be structured. Are there other options? Yes, there are. But if you're talking about, you're a teacher or you're a student and you basically want all this to work flawlessly, make sure it's structured. That accidentally gets changed all the time. And then, of course, I get the call, hey, what's going on? And typically, that's the thing that has been changed. The other one is Computer Braille is automatically selected as a default here. And I'm going to show you how to change that. So we're going to Alt-G first.
Alt-G, translation language combo box, English United Kingdom.
Okay, so you can choose whatever language you want. I just have UK here because that was actually my last student that I was with. Let's go ahead and tab.
Translation output combo box, Unified English Braille grade 2, 5 of.
Once again, you have 5 options there. Choose what you want. UEB grade 2 is pretty much standard, so that's what everybody's using. Input.
Translation input combo box, Unified English Braille grade 2.
Okay, so I'm going to hit C for Computer Braille, and you're going to see why in just a second, because if you go to your computer, there's a huge chance that Computer Braille is actually selected below, and it's grayed out right now, so it's not even an option. If I tab, there's no way I can get there. This is the only way you can get there. Hit C for Computer Braille.
C, Computer Braille, 1 of 2.
Now, if you have vision, of course, you immediately saw that that's no longer grayed out.
Translation show current word and Computer Braille checkbox not checked.
It's not checked, so if you want everything to be Computer Braille underneath your cursor, that's totally your option. Most people do not. So if you hit spacebar,
checked.
Checked.
Space, not checked.
Unchecked. You're going to hit spacebar and uncheck that if you don't want Computer Braille under your fingers. That is the second biggest issue that we have encountered. So I'm going to shift tab back now.
Translation input combo box, computer.
Now hit U and change.
Unified English Braille grade 2.
Once that is set up, now we're going to go into your language profile. Yes, you can tab to it. I'm just going to do Alt-F.
Alt-F, language profiles dialog. Select preferred Braille profiles. List box English United Kingdom. Okay,
so once again, UK is the last one selected. So you can choose your own primary voice. Of course, if you go down to your whatever you want, you can do Alt-S to set it, or you can hit your space bar to check it and then tab to set primary. I'm just going to go through your hotkey commands here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do Alt-D for details. Before I hit that, I do want to tell you I have link Braille input language to keyboard language, because of course we have foreign languages going on also. And of course, you may not want an English keyboard if you're learning Spanish. So that's just another checkbox that I have checked. Alt-D to details.
Alt-D, language profiles dialog, profile details dialog. For contracted Braille, use combo box, Unified English Braille grade 2, 4.
Okay. So once again, that is our standard. I'm going to tab through, and I have Unicode because For the output and the input, because we want to go to advanced, the most advanced math as possible. And you're going to also discover through the videos that I'm going to show you that Unicode and LaTeX is incredibly fast. So if you're going to become an advanced user, most know LaTeX, and it's really a kind of a combo between Unicode and LaTeX. They kind of roll over each other. But anyway, I have those selected. Let's tab through.
When using computer Braille for output, use combo box, United States Unicode 20.
Okay, and of course, you can choose just UEB if you want to. Computer Braille, of course, is so fast. Once again, those are all on the videos. And if you go to our channel, yourtechvision.com, and you just type in math, you'll pull up all the math lessons that are there. And I've put all the other additional math lessons within one math lesson, so you can easily just click to the next link so you can actually get an idea. So if you're going to become an advanced math user, I highly suggest just learning all the skills necessary in order to get you to where you want to go. Let's tab.
When using computer Braille for input, use combo box, United States Unit. By default, use combo box, contracted Braille. For math, use combo box, Unified English Braille UEB Math.
So that's UEB Math, down arrow. Enter.
Enter. Default all applications. JAWS settings. Escape. JAWS settings. Center default.
That will teach me. Alt F.
Alt F. Language profiles.
You guys wanted to see this again anyway. Alt D.
Alt D. Language profiles. Language profiles dialog. Profile details dialog. When using by default for math, use combo box. Unified English Braille.
So always got to remember, if you're recording, you're going to have a delay. I'm just going to down arrow really.
Nemeth 1 of 2.
Down or up arrow really slowly in order for it to have enough time. So Nemeth.
Unified English Braille UEB Math 2 of 2.
And you're going to hit enter and close.
Enter. Default all applications. JAWS settings.
Okay, enter is, it doesn't matter where you are in the dialog box. Enter is always the default to say I'm done wherever I am, and just close it and accept it.
Enter. JAWS settings. Center default all applications.
Once again, I'm right in the middle of my dialog box. Could I Alt A? Yes, I can, but I can hit enter also, because by default, that's going to say I'm done changing my components. Now close.
Enter. Document 2 Word, edit.
And that is how you get your JAWS or NVDA screen reader set up properly in order to make sure MathCAT is selected. And now we're going to go ahead and get into the lessons. Okay, hope that helped. Let's keep going.
Zoom Alt Q, enter.